My name is Nicole. I'm from London, Ontario, and going into my 5th year of psychology with Thesis. Honestly, it was kind of a last-minute choice, but I was looking to kind of go to school out of town if I was going to go back to school, and I knew some people that had gone to Windsor before, so it was a school that I'd heard pretty good things about before.
Tell me about the research project you did on anxiety with Dr. Lance Rappaport and what you discovered.
Yeah, it was a great experience. He already had the data from previous research, so he brought me on to help write the paper for it, and so I spent several months working on the background information. I wrote the introduction for the paper, and through data analysis and everything, we found that overall, elevated symptoms of generalized anxiety disorder was associated with increased accuracy in detecting emotions, particularly expressions of fear and happiness. And we did also find that it was consistent with previous studies. Elevated symptoms of separation anxiety were associated with less accurate recognition of happiness and fear. And there was evidence of elevated symptoms of depression, consistent with previous research, that there was less accurate overall facial emotion recognition, specifically with recognizing happiness as well. And we did find evidence that children with elevated generalized anxiety disorder symptoms show increased sensitivity towards others' social safety or threat cues. I'm looking at going to grad school for child and adolescent clinical psychology. I really want to focus on helping earlier recognition of symptoms in children for certain disorders like anxiety and depression, for my own personal experience, really, for ADHD and things like that, and just really help kids that might go missed.
If you could give some advice to your past self or high school students, what would it be?
I don't know if it's the same for high schoolers now, but when I was in high school, all of my teachers told me that university professors don't really care. They don't have time for you. They made it sound so intimidating, but I learned after about a year in that just isn't always the case. Sure, sometimes it is, but most of the professors that I've talked to, they've become really helpful mentors to me, and I wish that in high school, they hadn't given me that impression. It really kind of made things more difficult than it needed to be. The small class size was definitely an appealing factor for going to Windsor. Every teacher I talked to, they really cared about, how you were doing in the class, if you needed help, anything like that.